Hello everyone, it's my pride pleasure to introduce myself. Well, I'm Kaval Kohari. I have done my Masters in Economics and BA too. An amicable welcome to my history
Hello
class.
everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to start with the Annals School. See student, at the onset of 20th century, a new school of historiography arose in France, which is known as Annals School. See students, in your upcoming board examination, you may get this short note that write a note on Annals School to what will be your first point. At the onset of 20th century, a new school arose which was completely based on historiography. This school was arose in France, which is known as Annals School. In real sense, Annals School, it gave a new direction to the history. Okay, when we talk about history writing, it gave a new direction to that. It was recognized that history is not about the political events. Means, see students, what Annals School said, that history is not only about the events, history is not only about the great leaders, history is not only about the kings, and accordingly politics, diplomacy means the fact with dealing with the people, and only about wars, but also history is so beautiful about the climate, about the local people, about the agriculture, about the technology, and about the means of the communication. It means what? When we talk about history, what clicks in our mind? All about kings, all about the political events, all about the great leaders, all about the diplomacy, all about the wars. No students, history is not only limited to the war, but also while talking about history, we can consider about the climate, the local people, the agriculture, the communication, social divisions, and their collective psychology. In the historical times, the Annals School was actually started by French historians. They were French. Okay, now let us talk about the feminist historiography. Feminist historiography means restructuring of the history from the perspective of the woman. See, this is very important when we talk about feminism. It means what? Restructuring the history from the perspective of the woman. When we talk about the writings of Simone de Beauvoir, they help in establishing the fundamentals of the feminism. It means what? Feminist historiography emphasize not only inclusion of the woman in the history, but also on the rethinking of the male dominated perspective of history. It means what? History not only deals with the male, matlab to consider the side of the woman also. When we talk about in today, in modern generation, we talk about the male and the female both are given the equality. It means, the male dominated perspective, that particular system is not there. Many a times in our family we see that the female person is taking a lot of decision. Take for example your mother, your grandmother, they are the whole decision maker when we talk about. So may happen to, but in ancient days the more important was given to male, and the male dominated. There was full control. I'm not against the male domination, but here I'm here to talk only about the male female equality, that both are given the equal importance. It draws historical research to focus in depth on various aspects of women's life. Women should get proper employment, all should get jobs, whatever jobs are available, they should get it. Their role in the trade unions, when we talk about the formation of the trade unions, all should work in the unity, and they should take a participate into that. Institutions, whatever institutions are there, unity is more important. Working for their cause, and women have a full right, they can go out, they can work for their cause, their family life, and more and more importance should be given to their family life also. In the historical writing after 1990, women were portrayed as independent social class. Means women were considered as an independent social class. But students, lot of efforts were required. Then only today we are in the position that we have given equality not only to male but also to the female. That matters a lot. Now see, the lastly we are going to study about Michael Foucault. See, this is a picture of the Michael Foucault. He is one of the European scholar. Now let me give you the information about him. See students, the French historian of 20th century, Michael Foucault was born in the year 1926 and he lived up to 1984. Michael Foucault, he brought forth a new concept in historiography. He wrote in his book Archaeology of Knowledge. What was the name of the book of the Michael Foucault? Yes students, it's Archaeology of Knowledge. What he argued that the prevailing practice of arranging the historical events can be arranged in a chronological order, which is not right. Michael Foucault directly says that practice of arranging the historical events in a chronological order is not right. He drew attention to the fact that archaeology does not strive to reach the ultimate historical truth. What he focused upon? He focused upon the fact archaeology does not strive to reach the historical truth but attempts to explain various transitions in the past. But you know what he says, that he focused on various transition. Students, transition means changes that have taken place in the past. Foucault felt that explaining the transitions in history is more important. Means he stressed upon this topic in order to explain the transition of the history. Whatever transition have been taken place, that is more important. He called his method the archaeology of knowledge. He called his method. Okay, when we talk about Foucault, Foucault subjected the so far unacknowledged areas by the historians as psychological disorders, science of medicine, prison administration to historical analysis. Means what happened, Foucault was such kind of the person. He subjected various unacknowledged areas. Unacknowledged areas means जहाँ तक पहुँच नहीं है लोगों का, तो he tried to bring about in the front of the historian, such as psychological disorders, whatever it is happening, what's the reason, what's the history of that. Then the science of medicine. He had a deep study into that. He want to acknowledge that particular area. And prison administration, when we talk about which he want to bring about to the historical analysis. Thus the scope of historiography kept continuously expanding. Writings of history of various subjects like literature, architecture, sculpture, drawing, painting, music, dance, drama, films, television, all have came into practice. When we talk about the historiography, it kept continuously expanding. Various histories, in history various subjects have been included, and there is a lot of transition in this subject. When we talk about literature, it's a modified literature. When we talk about architecture, it's a modified one. Sculpture, painting, dance, music, films, television, etc. came into the practice. So here we have summed up with our first chapter, that is historiography development in the West. Very soon I'm going to come along with the second chapter of the history. Thank you.